Hey guys, today I want to share with you the top 5 reasons that I left Keller Williams Realty, which was a company that I love and still love, to join Exp Realty. So I just have to say that I was literally like this and like this, when the first 2 people tried to tell me about EXP, because in my mind, the company that you're with only matters so much. I mean, you are going to be the biggest determining factor of your success, right? So, I mean, it's what you do day in and day out. And yes, the company that you're with is going to support you in, different ways, but it comes down to you. So for me, I'm just like tunnel vision. Let me just sell some houses and build my business. And then he's going to be so happy I gave him this plug. My boyfriend's voice in the back of my head, he's always telling me, you can't say no to anything if you don't take the time to learn about it, which is true. So there you go. There's your little plug. But anyways, so I heard that in my head. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch this video. And I'm so happy I did, because here are my top 5 reasons that I decided to join. Number 5, immediate savings. So basically what I did, I'm kind of like a Google Sheet nerd a little bit. So what I did was I did a side-by-side between Keller Williams fees and Exp Realty's fees. And there is a reduced cap for myself and also my son who's on my team. And also the fees are less. And also, I don't know how it is across the country, but here in Ohio, a lot of brokerages charge a admin fee to clients, and some brokerages don't allow you to. The one brokerage that I was at did not allow me to charge an additional admin fee on top of the one that they were charging. And so with EXP, they don't charge an admin fee to your clients. And for me, I really feel like we pour so much into giving our clients the very best service, more so than any brokerage ever has. And so we deserve it. So we are going to be charging an admin fee, and that, along with the savings on the fees, we're going to save like $34,615. If I end up getting rid of Boomtown, which is like a lead gen system and a CRM, if I end up getting rid of them, because EXP does offer conversion and sync, if I end up getting rid of that, it's going to be an additional $9,000 of savings. So that's like $44,000 that I can now reinvest in my business or go on a little vacation or whatever. But that's a huge savings right off the bat to just even, make it worthwhile to try. Number 4, agent retention. So if you have ever been on a team or are growing a team, you know that oftentimes big producers are going to outgrow being a team member. I know, because I was one of them. I was on a team that I loved as well for 11 years, and I just kept bashing my head on the glass ceiling that was there. I mean, I tried to grow in every way possible, but it just came a point where it just wasn't a good fit anymore, and I had to go and start my own business. Imagine if we were with EXP at the time, and I named my team members as my sponsor when I came on the team. They would still be benefiting from the business that I've grown, even though I left their team, because they still have a vested interest in the rev share. So, I mean, for me, I think that's a game changer for a lot of team owners and, team members too. You're going to continue to get support from these team leaders who you probably still have a really good bond with, and they're not going to, it may not be as ugly if you leave. So anyways, that's just another thing that I think is a great asset to have. Number 3, EXP is a cloud-based brokerage. So where we were with my team is I was paying for 2 offices totaling $600 a month in my market center that have sat empty for the past like 4 or 5 months. We just got to the point where we were like rushing to get in the office so that we could be together, only to have to leave, 30 minutes later or a couple hours later for appointments, sometimes in the completely opposite direction. Our client care manager would a lot of times be sitting there by herself, and I felt bad. And she would even say, especially like during warmer months or when the sun's out, like realtors are, the the office is empty. It's a ghost town. It's kind of depressing to be here. And I just would tell her, go home. Just go home. I trust her. That woman does her job no matter where she is. So we just said, let's try it. We have those 2 offices. Let's try and see how we do working from home. So we got our own synergy going. We committed to daily huddles and meetings once a week and reporting our numbers every day. And we kept it. I mean, we killed it. We were listing like crazy. So it just worked out beautifully for us before EXP was even a thought in my mind. That's one thing. And the other thing is that brokerages, period, are catering to a demographic or culture that's becoming more and more non-existent. And so not only do you know, when you do go into meetings and things like that, I mean, it's kind of like skeleton crew sometimes, unfortunately, no matter how good your team leader is, or, you know, the tools that they offer are kind of archaic. So I found myself paying, like I said, for Boomtown, you know, $800 more a month. That's not including the side that my lender pays for the other half, you know, to soup it up, to have something that I felt like was more user friendly and cutting edge. Glenn Sanford is actually a tech guy. So he's been in the tech industry since the 90s. When he got into real estate in 2001, he did website development. And so his first year, he did not want to do cold calling. He did not want to call his family or make those awkward calls that you just like sweat your way through. He didn't want to do any of that. So what he did was he said, I'm just going to work solely on web generated leads. And in his first year, I think it just was through April through December, he sold 17 houses solely from leads that were generated from the web. And that's in 2001, before the web was even really, you know, gaining steam. He then grew his team to span 7 different regions: Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, and sold like 73 million in 2007. In 2009, after the downturn, when we all were like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? And pulling back, he just decided to focus on developing a more progressive brokerage, not dependent on the bricks and mortar. And so that's when EXP was born. And it's just been chugging along ever since, until really the past year or so, when it really just started gaining steam quickly. Number 2, EXP is agent owned. So I don't even know like how to pick between my number 1 and my number 2, because they really go hand in hand, but it's agent owned. We own this company. And to me, when I saw that, I just got a completely different shift in perception, because I mean, to have ownership in something, you're going to pour yourself into it. You know, you believe in it, you stand behind it, it's just going to naturally come across when you're talking to people that you have a passion for a company that you own. And it's just so cool, because you know, you're aligning yourself with agents who feel the exact same way. Like, this is our baby. We're in this together. We're here to support each other. And just my upline alone, I mean, it's just amazing, the community that we've got and the training we have just within our upline, our Facebook page and websites with different training. And this is in addition to everything that EXP offers. I mean, I think I just got an email with like 30 classes or something like that for the week, all different subjects on growing your business and agent attraction and just all different kinds of things. So, I mean, for me, aligning myself with agents who have a passion like that is exciting and invigorating, and so much to learn that it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You know, we've got agents who are selling a couple $100 million a year, you know, big agents, big producing agents like Jay Kinder and Mike Reese, who are coaches nationwide, who are giving you like their very best stuff for free. I mean, we all know how much coaching costs, a lot of money. I've spent a lot over the years. But yeah, this is all free because we're one team, one dream. We're all in this together. The number 1 reason is revenue share. The number one reason that I decided to join EXP is revenue share. Passive income is something that is really hard to build as a real estate agent. So I have been in this business for 15 years. Like 15 years, that's a lot of years of selling and grinding and hustling. And yes, by building a team, you're gonna gain some leverage. I have gained leverage, on time, and my dollar per hour has gone up because of it. But the only real way to gain that passive income as an agent is to build your team to the 7th level, as most KW agents know. And what that means is it's gonna eventually run itself, and you can either sell it or step out of it altogether and just collect checks every month. So that's the goal. That's the end game goal, which is not an easy thing to do. The other way is profit share. So KW nailed it. I mean, I definitely continue to benefit from profit share and love it, but I would never put the time into really building it, because for me, the return on investment just was not there. My time's better spent selling houses or growing my team. So all the revenue share or all the profit share that I did get was just from, people who saw my love for the company and passion for it and just decided to come over. And the difference with this company is the people who are bringing you in, like I said before, are invested in you. The people you're bringing in, you're invested in, literally and figuratively, every way possible. And so again, it's just a different environment altogether, like nothing I've ever experienced before.